Ready? Greetings, this is Mel with 5-Star Services. I'm going to show you something on these Mikuni carburetors that you'll see all the time. So they have what's called a fuel assist pump on them, where they go like that and it causes this to squirt, right? And you'll see this on the 1200Rs, 800Rs. You'll see these on, you know, those are Yamahas. You'll see these on the 951s and the 787, 717s. You'll see them also. So what's going on with them that people are unaware of is that in many cases there is a tiny little check valve in here. So what they'll do is they'll go, hey, these hoses are bad, I'm going to cut all those out and I'm going to replace the hoses and rebuild these carburetors, right? Real typical. And they'll do that on the bottom hose too, which will go like right here like that, okay? And they'll throw this out and grab another one. I want to show you something though. If you're unaware of this, which I see all the time, people say, hey, my carburetors are flooding. I'll be like, did you replace the hoses on them? And they'll be like, yeah. Can you see that right there, Joe?
Yep.
That is a tiny little check valve that was right about there inside the hose, okay? That check valve has got to be in there. So if you throw this hose out and you replace that hose, what'll happen is the engine will flood. The carburetor will leak fuel. As soon as you shut off the engine, it'll leak fuel right in there, and it'll be super hard to start it because it's flooded, and you'll have to hold the throttle full blast to get it started. And then it'll start and it'll like run, it'll rip and stuff and run good. But as soon as you slow down, it'll tend to want to stall out, and then you'll stall it out and it won't want to start again. This is the problem. If you cut this friggin' hose out of here, you must remove that check valve and put it into the new hose in the same direction. So I want to take it out of there and look at it. So there's the small end on it. It's got like a small end on it and a fatter end on it. So the small end was up, or the big fat end was up this way, right there. So the small end on it goes towards the fuel supply, which comes from the bottom, okay? So the small end points that way, and the big end on this thing points up. And as you can see, there's a tiny, I don't know if you can see that or not, there's a teeny tiny little hole in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It is so small. Let me get a flashlight right by you, Joe. Hold on a second. No, it's
a little bit there. You can see through.
Barely see it. Anyways, there's a teeny tiny hole in it. I take that back. It's actually not a check valve. It's a restrictor. Because I can blow any direction.
Little guy.
It's a tiny little, like a jet hole. Look, here's the back side of it. That's the back side. That's the tiny little hole. And this is the bigger side. But it was in a certain direction. I don't know if that matters or not. I'm just going to put it back in the way it was. But just so you know, that is very important to get back in there, or else you're going to have problems. So anyways, thanks for watching.